He's spending $100 million so he can give his own company $4 billion in real estate jobs.
Oh my God, dude! Bill Burr to the left of Cenk Uygur. Okay, new uncle, Uncle Burr, new uncle, dude. I found a new uncle. Let's hear what Bill has to say.
Ever going to be a time when any sort of politician grows some balls and the general population gets their heads out of their asses and they stop rooting for Republicans and Democrats and realize that these stupid ass, spineless politicians who only give a about whatever golden parachute they're going to get from the corporate companies paying them to push whatever agenda they have through the machine. Oh, I'm on a rant here. You know, somebody just told me why LA has like the most expensive real estate. I guess we just surpassed San Francisco. Somehow a city with no water supply is global warming is going to destroy this place. For some reason, nobody I know can afford a house out here anymore. And they finally just said there's corporation groups out here that are just buying up houses for cash to then turn around and rent them. So basically, they'll outbid any normal person out here. So essentially, the last part of the American dream, being able to own a house, is going to go away. And these politicians are just going to sit back and let them do it, because the same corporation that's buying up all of those houses is going to line the pockets of these piece of shit politicians. They're all scumbags, every one of them. Unless you realize a politician isn't a scumbag. He's immediately branded a socialist or a communist if he wants to do anything for the people. In the Democratic Party, the guy wins the nomination and they don't let him run. Then they have Hillary Clinton looking like some old real estate agent runs. Do you know how amazing those debates would have been? That's like when you were waiting for Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather to fight, and by the time they did, it was just too old, right? Oh my God, Bernie Sanders. I was saying Bernie would win, but that would have been so much more interesting. The two wild cards, you know? We don't know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna be talking politics here. I think the stupidest shit in the world is after the Democrats and Republicans pick, the stupid ass moron that they're going to have, be the next president. The fact that they then have them debate each other, like people don't already know who they're going to vote for, right? You could literally, you could put a goddamn, I don't know what. You could put a chimpanzee in a blue tie with dementia and liberals are going to vote for it, right? And then you could take a horse's ass, not even the rest of the horse, and just put a red tie around it. And be, I like that horse's ass, makes a lot of sense. I like the chimpanzee that can't remember how to open a banana. Do you open a banana? Listen, guy, I'm just a simple guy sitting in a hotel room out here in Madison, Wisconsin, watching a football game, losing my goddamn money. I did see a good political ad where the guy was the guy standing out in the field was the other guy saying he's an environmental activist. And I'm thinking, like, is that bad? My opponent wants clean drinking water. I mean, what next? Vladimir Putin? Is Airbnb in my barn? Jesus Christ. I blame this backlash on liberals. I blame it all on them and their award shows and wagging their dumb fingers at people, telling people what they should be doing when they're so elitist, they won't even look at 45 of the 50 states. I just fly over those. It's just like, I can't.
See, he's still kind of simple-minded, you know what I mean?
In Nebraska, so forget that. And then you got all the dumb conservatives. They're out there at Hollywood, placenta, and the goddamn infinity pools. So, Bill, what's your solution? I have none, but I would love to see Bernie Sanders. Just something about that. He looks like he runs his own, those guys that fix watches? You just come walking in, and they got the glasses on with the magnifying thing, and he just looks up. I'll do that, right? And they fix it right there for you. Like, how much? They're like, $5. They're like, what century do you live in that you still? There's a guy that fixes watches in my neighborhood. He's like that. He fixes. Any watch I bring in, he fixes it right when I'm standing there, and he always goes $5. And I still give him a 20. Oh, what are you, the hero of this story, Bill? I think I was. Speaking of bills,
okay, that's hilarious. He's just so great, dude.
If he wants to, take on the bankers and have them be accountable, if he wants to do anything on that, this guy's a socialist, and all you mouth-breathing morons believe it. You know what I really enjoy? Actually, the fact that they shit on communism and they act like capitalism is working. Like, capitalism works. That we are so broke. It doesn't even, like every August, no one pays attention to it. All of the politicians just sit around going like, is this it? Is this the end of the country? And at the last second, they go, print more money, right? And then everything, why is it like $9.50 for one slice of bread? I'll tell you why. It's because that guy doesn't have on the right colored tie.
One day I'll have him on the broadcast.
Let's get
one
back
day.
to bread and circus. We'll talk about how well the...
Yeah, if I had more of a German accent, like I would be Bill Burr. This would be identical, virtually indistinguishable from a regular old Hasanabi broadcast take, dude. Holy
Boston Bruins are playing.
Except for this part.
I just can't fucking believe it, man.
Bruins.
I just cannot believe. You know, I went out here. I got this set up out here in my garage. Everything's all set up, and you just think like, okay, I'm good. Nope, you're not good. You're not good. You know what? You're never gonna be good. It's never gonna work. This thing has worked 20% of the time since I've had it. You know, and then for some reason I have a charger for the hard drive part of it, but I don't have. No, I have one for the keyboard, but not for the mouse. It's the same cord. So now I got to go out and go buy another cord, right? So I can plug that thing to make sure everything's all charged up. And then you know what happens? The power goes out, the whole thing gets wiped clean, and then I gotta sit around, I gotta start all over again with this thing. All of this. Unbelievable. Yeah, so that's what they're doing now. Corporations are buying up houses.
Down to the technical difficulties, bro. Come on.
Are buying up houses so the regular Joe can't buy a house. And guess what? Republicans don't care. Democrats don't care. Nobody cares. None of them give a all they want is their house in Martha's Vineyard or their aquifers in the South America. That's all they give a about. They're in it for themselves. We had some rich cunt out here running for office. Everybody thought that he was going to be the savior. People are so dumb. It's like the guy's a real estate developer. He spends $100 million of his own money to get a job that pays $250,000 a year. And everybody, it's because he likes LA that much. Jesus, wake the up. He's spending $100 million so he can give his own company $4 billion in real estate jobs.
Oh my God, dude! Bill Burr to the left of mother Cenk Uygur. Okay, new uncle, Uncle Burr, new uncle, dude. I found a new uncle. That's it. That's my guy.
Hasan, well, those jobs are gonna create.
Hasan, that's you in 15 years. How dare you? Okay, I am not balding. Okay, I have taken the initiative not to bald like him.
No, they're going to grossly underpay you, and then the corporation itself is going to go out and buy houses and outbid you in cash. So how do you fight back against it? You know what? Don't sell your house to a corporation. How about that? How about you do one for the regular guy, and you take the offer from the hard worker? You're not going to do it. Because that's how capitalism works. Everybody else below me, I'm getting mine. That's how it works, and it doesn't work. Communism doesn't. None of them work. None of them work because all forms of government are run by human beings, and we're all flawed. That's what it is. And you know who you can blame? You can blame God for that, because that's how he makes people. He takes each and every one of us out of the oven too early, and then we come down here.
This is what happens when you're like 98% of the way there. You're 98% of the way there, but like you haven't done enough. Not to be like an elitist about reading, but you're like 98% of the way there, and then you fall into the anarchist trap. Okay, like that's it.
Here, and we're all up, and we just do.
But not even anarchists, because anarchists.
I think
also
he just
have like,
sits back and
like childlike understanding of how society could run.
Enjoys it. All right, so. Every religion and all your dumb songs to this invisible guy who didn't make you right to begin with. That's how up you are. You're actually singing songs to somebody who did a bad job on you. This is how far I take it. This is how far I take my little podcast studio not running, not working the way that I want it to work. And maybe if I took 10 minutes and slowed down my scatterbrain, I could actually learn how it worked. And I could maybe, charge my mouse and figure it out, and not have this psycho echo on my voice and I don't even know what. Why doesn't it interest me? I have absolutely no interest in any of that shit. Laptops, iPhones, all of this shit, but all of the world runs on them, so I have to interact with them. And I'll tell you this, dude, if I see that robot going down the street one more time, I literally watched this old guy having to slow down and speed up his gait. This homeless guy trying to get around this robot as the robot was trying to negotiate the uneven sidewalks. And he's already like subservient to the thing. He's treating it like it's a person. And like, well, hey, I don't want to bump into this. This is somebody else's property and blah, 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 And when you look at those two things, that other person actually has empathy, unlike that toaster rolling down the street. But the toaster doesn't want to be part of a union and doesn't want weekends and holidays off. So that nice guy he's going to become extinct. That's what's going to happen. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just enjoy, these rich. It's just, I don't know.
Here's why I don't like watching clips like that from Bill Burr. Okay, because I love him, and because of how much I have for him. Because I love him so much, when it's an inevitable reminder that like I'm just never gonna have him on the show. Like it's just never gonna happen, and I really, really, really want to.